Is the mark of the beast something physical or something symbolic? Some people believe that the mark of the beast is something physical, that the government is going to be stamping people with 666 on their forehead and on their hand. However, some people believe that there's a symbolic meaning behind that. So in this video, we're going to break down the points of how the Bible describes what the definition meaning of the mark of the beast is. The first scripture we're going to read is at 1 Corinthians chapter 2. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15, which reads, "However, the spiritual man examines all things." End quote. Now, what's important about this part, about this point, is that it identifies what a spiritual man does. A spiritual man doesn't just learn one or two things or hear certain things and just run with it. A spiritual man examines all of the evidence. So for someone to say they're a spiritual person and they reject examining all the evidence, then by definition of this scripture, they're not. They're a physical person. They're a physical man. And so, let's read what a physical man is and what a physical man does. At 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. It's in the same part. It's just one verse before. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14, which reads, "But a physical man does not accept the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him, and he cannot get to know them, because they are examined spiritually." So what do we get from this? What do we learn about a physical man and a spiritual man? The first point, it says a physical man does not accept the things of the Spirit of God. So the teachings of the Bible consists of the things that are from the Spirit of God. And the second point it points out is the physical man says that they are foolishness to him. Now, why are they foolish? Well, we learned in the previous scripture we read that a physical man don't examine all things, but a spiritual man does. So we can see that a physical thinking person, they don't examine all the evidence, nor do they accept the things from the Spirit of God. And they view it as foolishness because they pridefully think they know it all. And there's something else. It's the last point says he cannot get to know them, and it says why? Because they are examined spiritually. So that's another reason, a big reason, why the physical man can't get to understand the truth, because they are examined spiritually. So these qualities are needed before a person attempts to reach out to read the scriptures because they could read the scriptures and have somebody read it to them, but if they're not examining spiritually and they're just physically thinking everything is physical, they're always going to miss the point that God is trying to say to them, and it's going to look foolish to them.